I'm tired of this, man. I'm sick of worrying about Target exclusives. I'm sick of worrying about shitty distribution. I can't eat. I'm broke, Has. I'm broke. And you got the power to change that, Has. Nobody else. You. Has, if I had the money, vehicles would be on every shelf. Not on HasLab. So I had somebody hit me up on Instagram. I tell you guys, hit me up there all the time. Hit me up in the comments here or message me on Instagram personally if you don't want your stuff displayed or you don't want your name displayed. I get it. Anyways, this guy hit me up. Seems like a pretty cool guy. I appreciate it. He showed positivity. At the same time, he didn't agree with me, and that's 100% fine. So I just figured I'll make a video responding to him. I asked him, can I just make a video responding to you, you know, and I don't have to throw your name in it. And he was like, yeah, that's fine. Totally cool. So this is just my response to him because he did bring up some good points that I do think would easily trick people if you're not paying attention. I'll show some of the screenshots or whatever. And the point you bring up, I see in a lot of places. I've had people comment them on my YouTube videos before, but you just brought it directly to me, to my DMs, which I do appreciate. So when I'm laughing and stuff, my man, I'm not talking about you. It's not directed to belittling you or anything like that. But these same questions or these same points you're bringing up, I've had a lot of people rudely bring them up to me. So I'm laughing at them, not you, my man. I appreciate you hitting me up directly and wanting to hear my thoughts on the subjects. And they brought up some good points, and it also goes back to what I said in my most previous video. They're like, oh, well, then how come they apologize? They apologize because publicly they have to. That goes along with the acting or pretending like they care. But they really don't. Let's not be delusional here. An $11.4 billion company, you think they care about a few hundred people when thousands, tens of thousands of people are buying? Come on, man, stop it. Stop. Okay, well, that's why they apologize. Well, then why are we going to 5-figure waves? This is Hasbro in general, from Marvel Legends to the Power Rangers Lightning Collection to whatever. They're the king of repaints. They're the king of remolds and reuses. And literally people make fun of Marvel Legends because it's basically repaints and remolds. They celebrate when they get a new body. I get it. But let me know when we go to 5-figure waves and it's not no remolds or reuse. It's remolds and reuse city. Not to mention the prices of individual figures are going up. So 5-figure waves is beneficial to them. Or they're going to do 3-figure waves, but they're just going to do 3-figure waves and release them consistently. That's still basically the same. So now you're doing 5-figure waves, but the time span in between those 5-figure waves have gotten longer. It's basically the same as if we were getting 3-figure waves and the time span between them was shorter. It's the same exact thing. How come they re-released Cobra Island again? Please. They re-released Cobra Island. One, they're listening right here. Here's the kicker. They re-released Cobra Island because that's what was profitable for them. They had so much backstock, they were putting it in dollar stores. How do you guys look not re-releasing Cobra Island? Let me say that again. They had so much backstock of Cobra Island that they were in dollar stores for $5. The same beachhead that I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning for to go to Target and get, they literally had him for $5 at a local dollar store. Are you kidding me? Ollie's and these other stores, Cobra Island is showing up, but I'm supposed to be happy and feel like they're listening? Come on, man. I'm not eating shit like that and pretending like no. I'm not delusional. This is all business and I get it. And then I got another one. Let's get back to they re-released Cobra Island. So they re-released Cobra Island. They put them up on Target. They made some available on Big Bad. But you know who is still hard to get, who they didn't re-release? And yes, the Alley Viper. And why is that? Because they have the Alley Viper coming out in a 3-pack. But the Alley Viper is one of the biggest staples of troop building when it comes to the G.I. Joe classified line, and they still made him super difficult to get. Why? Because it's business. It's business. They're not listening. They threw out the shitty Cobra Island exclusives that nobody really cared for or wanted. Plus, like I said, Beachhead wound up in dollar stores. Same with Roadblock. And you release these things on Big Bad, but oh, we still can't order her. The Cobra Island Target exclusive Trooper, we still can't order. The Alley Viper, no, those are Target exclusives, so they're not, supposedly they can't show up in other places. So was Baroness, and they still showed up in other places. Why we couldn't get another Alley Viper? Why we couldn't get a Cobra Island exclusive Trooper again? The one with black, not the faded blue. If they were listening, if they cared, the most desirable figures out of the Cobra Island wave was the Troop Builders, the Alley Viper, the Cobra Trooper exclusive. Those were the most desirable ones out the wave, and you guys did not get them again. Literally, they had them up on Target for a little bit, but then the quantities were super. I searched within a 200-mile radius of my Target, and no, but they had everyone else up. None of the Targets had the Viper or the Cobra Trooper. Those are still pretty hard to get for a majority of people that I talk to. They gave you guys the leftovers, and you feel like they're listening. Wow. If they were listening, they would realize majority of the complaints that I've seen online and coming to me, whether it's Reddit, YouTube, Instagram, is about the Cobra Island Target exclusive Trooper. I understand he's a troop builder. Is about the Cobra Island Target exclusive Alley Viper. I understand he's a troop builder. That's what nobody wanted Roadblock. Roadblock was peg warming by me in his little black tank top. Nobody cared. It was easier to find all of them besides the Trooper and the Alley Viper, and those are the two that they did not re-release on Big Bad. You couldn't order them. They didn't re-release them anywhere else, and if they did, it was super limited quantities and didn't last as long as the others. But they're listening, right? They re-released Cobra Island, right? Yeah, sure they did, and dollar stores too. They released half the island because the ones that people complain the most about, they did not re-release. And you know, people cry and complain about 20 different topics. Oh my God, Hasbro listens to 2 or 3, or they touch on 2 or 3. They give us more Cobra Island. They increase the figures and waves, and they apologize. Bro, that's 3 things out of the 20 things that you were crying and complaining about. So because they made adjustments in 3 areas, now all of a sudden they're listening. Bro, what about the other 16, 17 things you were crying about? What about the other 17 things that you were crying about? Oh, that's right. They don't listen. So if you want to say, oh, well, they'll listen to 3 out of 20 things, are you really going to count that as them listening? Stop. I wish if my girl complained about 20 things and I only made corrections or adjustments for 3 of those 20 things, I wish she'd just stay happy. I wish she'd be like, oh my God, he listens to me. And all I have to do is answer for 3 things. Stop. Then overall, if they're not listening to 17 complaints and they're only listening to 3, I think it's safe to say, guys, on average, they don't listen. So stop pretending that they listen. That's simple, man. I have fun talking about this stuff because it's like so many collectors live in a state of delusion, or they act like they're $11.4 billion, guys. You're running an $11.4 billion company. You do not care about the few people crying because the majority is buying. And I don't take it personally. Like I said, I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning, 5:30 sometimes, to go hunt for these Target exclusives, only for them to become available later down the line. Or when I get to the store says 1 per person because they only got 1 case. And I'm not taking it personal because I understand, hey, I wanted the thrill of the hunt. I did it to myself. This is just toys. They're running a business. I am the consumer. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no power here. And I don't take it personally, but I'm getting played too. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend that they're listening to me. Come on, man. And you know, at the end of the day, I'm not a Valorverse fanboy. I'm not an Action Force fanboy. But yo, I got to give credit where credit's due, because if I drop a Valorverse video, or you look up some of the top Valorverse videos with the top views or the top, you can find Valorverse or somebody from the company. Literally, most likely Valor, you can find him in the comments speaking on the subject matter. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't, if you see him at cons or you see him, it doesn't seem like he's telling people, hey, don't ask me about this and don't ask me about that. No, he deals with it all. He'll dish it out just as well as he gives it. And like I said, I'm not part of the Valor blind. But yo, you got to give credit to credit is due. And then at the same time, he's not running an $11.4 billion company. So yeah, you could say he got the time. You could say still he doesn't have to do it. But let's not pretend Hasbro is listening. No, they're not. They listen on their time and they make adjustments where they want to, where it's beneficial for them, not beneficial for the fan. 1 minute you guys, oh, well, the fans don't come first, and then the next they're listening. So which one is it? I think it's clear if you complain about 20 things and they only answer 3 of them, or they only fix 3 or 4 things, it's safe to say on average they don't listen, because distribution is still shitty, still everywhere. So it's like, at this point, which one is it? Either they listen or they don't. You have to go by averages, and on average they don't listen. So safe to say is they really don't care, they really don't listen, and it's okay. I'm not taking it personally. At this point, guys, the floodgates have been open. As I said in my previous video, if you're not gonna back the His Tank, that is fine. I just don't want you to not back it because you think you're making a stand. Guys, in the first 8 hours it was over. Hasbro, they realized that they could do whatever they want. So at this point, if you just don't get it, you're just missing out. So if you pass on it, pass because you don't like it, but they're really not listening, guys. The first 8 hours really let them know they can do whatever they want from here on out, because that support was crazy within the first 8 hours. Just debating with some of you guys, that's all. Nothing harmful, nothing crazy, just a nice healthy debate. And those are some of my reasons why I feel like they don't care. They're a business, they're not your friend. But yo, shout out to you who hit me up in my DMs and opened the door for this in the first place. I definitely needed this type of dialogue because I see it so much. Guys, hit me up on Instagram or hit me up right here on YouTube in the comments. Like the video if you liked it. I know to some of you guys I might just be cynical or batshit crazy, and that's okay too. I love action figures. We all love action figures. That's all that really matters at the end of the day. Peace. That figure's mine. And if you feel the same, hit like, subscribe, and stick around for action figures. G.I. Joe, classified, Marvel Legends on my mind, Valorverse and NECA time, Mythic Legions I must find.